My child, my beloved, listen to me very carefully right now, because this moment is not ordinary and this message is not random. I know you didn't expect to see this, and that is exactly why it found you. Heaven does not interrupt lives without reason. Archangel Michael says something beautiful has already been set in motion for you, and the next 3 hours are carrying a weight you cannot see yet. If you walk away from this message, you may never understand why your heart feels heavy later, or why you'll sense that something precious slipped through your fingers. Stay with me, because what is coming was prepared with your name whispered into it. My child, my beloved, I need you to understand this gently and without fear. What is approaching you is not loud, not dramatic, not chaotic. It is quiet, precise, and divinely timed. Many people miss their miracles not because they weren't worthy, but because they were distracted for just a moment too long. Archangel Michael is leaning close to you now, urging you not to scroll, not to doubt, not to delay. There is a soft opening forming in the spiritual realm, and it does not stay open forever. You are being given a chance to step into something that will make sense only after it happens. My beloved child, before I reveal anything more, let me ask you something from the heart. How many times have you felt that something good was about to happen, only for it to disappear at the last second? How many times did you feel hope rise, then fall again? Archangel Michael says this is not coincidence. This moment is different because this time, heaven warned you in advance. That alone should tell you how serious this is. You are not being teased, you are being protected. And if this message is speaking to you, it means you are still within reach of what was prepared. My child, my beloved, if you feel drawn to these words, if your heart feels slightly restless right now, that is not imagination. That is recognition. Something in your spirit remembers what is coming, even if your mind does not yet understand it. Archangel Michael says there is a reason this message asked you to open it now. Not later. Not after something else. Now. Because timing is everything, and this blessing is sensitive to time. Miss the window, and it doesn't come back the same way. My beloved child, let me pause here and speak honestly to you, heart to heart. If you feel comforted, guided, or protected by these messages, this is your sign to stay connected. Subscribe to this space, not out of habit, but as an act of trust. These messages are not for everyone, and the ones meant for you will continue to find you when you stay aligned. Archangel Michael says those who commit do not miss what heaven sends next. My child, my beloved, the next 3 hours are not about rushing or panicking. They are about awareness. Something small may happen, something subtle, something that looks ordinary on the surface. But hidden inside it is a shift that changes how you see yourself, how someone else sees you, or how your path opens next. Many people overlook these moments because they expect miracles to shout. This one whispers. And only those who listen closely receive it. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says there is also a warning wrapped inside this blessing, and it comes from love, not fear. If you ignore this message, you may later feel regret without knowing why. You may replay a moment in your mind and think, should have paid attention. This is not meant to scare you. It is meant to prepare you. Heaven does not want you crying over what could have been yours. That is why this message reached you before the moment arrived. My child, my beloved, let me say something that may surprise you. This beautiful thing coming toward you is connected to something you once prayed for quietly, perhaps even gave up on. You told yourself it was unrealistic, or too late, or not meant for you. Archangel Michael says it was never cancelled. It was delayed until you were strong enough to receive it without fear. And now, the delay has ended. My beloved child, breathe gently as you read this. You do not need to do anything dramatic. You do not need to chase or force anything. All that is being asked of you is to stay present, stay open, and do not dismiss what feels important in the next 3 hours. My child, my beloved, stay with me a little longer, because what I am unfolding now is connected to what you are about to experience, and if you rush past these words, you may rush past the meaning of what happens next. Archangel Michael says the reason this feels intense is because your spirit already senses movement. Something that was stagnant has begun to breathe again. Something that felt blocked has started to loosen. This is why your emotions may feel mixed right now, calm yet alert, hopeful yet cautious. That combination is not confusion, it is alignment. My child, my beloved, understand this deeply. The next 3 hours are not about luck. They are about positioning. Heaven does not drop blessings randomly, it places them where readiness meets timing. You have been prepared slowly, through patience, through disappointment, through lessons you did not enjoy but still endured. Archangel Michael says you are standing at a quiet intersection where one small response, one choice, one moment of attention can change how the rest of your day unfolds, and possibly much more than that. My beloved child, there is something important I must say clearly so your heart does not misunderstand. What is coming may not arrive wearing the label you expect. It may come through a person, a thought, a message, an opportunity, or even a sudden sense of clarity. Many miss their miracles because they are waiting for fireworks. This one arrives like a soft knock. And if you ignore it, you may later realize that the knock was heaven asking permission to enter your life in a new way. My child, my beloved, Archangel Michael says you have been watched over closely lately, more closely than you realize. There were moments when things could have gone wrong, but they didn't. Moments when you were protected from outcomes you never saw. This is not coincidence. It is because what is about to happen required you to arrive here safely, emotionally and spiritually intact. That is why this message carries urgency but not fear. You are not in danger, you are on the edge of something meaningful. My child, my beloved, let me speak to the part of you that feels tired of waiting. You have waited longer than you wanted to. You have been patient when it hurt. You have stayed hopeful even when silence answered your prayers. This moment honors that endurance. What is coming carries relief inside it, not chaos. It will feel like something finally makes sense, even if it surprises you at first. That sense of relief is your confirmation. My beloved child, understand this gently. What is approaching you will not force itself into your life. Heaven never intrudes, it invites. This is why ignoring this message matters. If you turn away, the invitation remains unanswered. And invitations do not knock forever. Archangel Michael says this is not meant to frighten you, only to awaken you to the value of presence. The simplest yes is sometimes the most powerful response. My child, my beloved, you may wonder why this message feels personal, as if it was written just for you. That is because it was. Many will see these words, but not all will feel them. The ones who feel them are the ones whose timing aligns. If your heart feels pulled in, that is your sign. You were not meant to hear this later from someone else. You were meant to be aware now. My beloved child, the beautiful thing that is coming may arrive disguised as a decision you must make. Do not rush it. Do not dismiss it. Archangel Michael says clarity will come quickly once you pause and listen. You may suddenly realize what to say yes to, what to say no to, or what to finally release. That realization is not loss, it is freedom. And freedom always precedes blessings. My child, my beloved, there is also restoration in this moment. Something that drained you emotionally is losing its grip. Something that made you doubt yourself is weakening. You may not notice it immediately, but later today you will feel lighter. Archangel Michael says that lightness is proof that something shifted while you were simply paying attention. My beloved child, I want to address something important so your heart stays steady. If the moment passes quietly, do not panic. Not all miracles arrive loudly. Some arrive as peace. Some arrive as certainty. Some arrive as a calm knowing that you are finally on the right path. When that happens, trust it. That is heaven speaking without words. My child, my beloved, if at any point during the next 3 hours you feel an urge to pause, breathe, or reflect, honor it. That pause may be the exact space needed for something to enter your life. Archangel Michael says the soul recognizes divine timing before the mind does. Let your soul lead for a while. My beloved child, remember this always, you are not chasing blessings anymore. They are moving toward you. Your role is not to run faster, but to stay open. The tears mentioned earlier are not tears of pain but tears of realization, the kind that come when you understand how close you were to missing something beautiful. And because you are here now, aware and present, those tears do not have to be yours. My child, my beloved, the next 3 hours are sacred. Treat them gently. Treat yourself gently. Something beautiful is closer than you think, and Archangel Michael says your awareness has already changed the outcome. Stay here. Stay open. Stay aligned. My child, my beloved, stay with me still, because the meaning of this moment continues to deepen the longer you remain present. Archangel Michael says many people live their lives rushing past the very moments that were designed to change them. They are not careless, they are simply unaware. You, however, have been given awareness in advance, and that alone shifts the outcome. Something beautiful responds to attention. When you notice it, it notices you back. My beloved child, there is a reason this message speaks of 3 hours and not a whole day or a distant future. What is approaching you is delicate. It is not fragile, but it is sensitive to distraction. Heaven has aligned circumstances, people, and timing so carefully that even a small delay can alter how it arrives. Archangel Michael says when divine timing is this precise, it is because the gift is personal, not generic. It fits you, not everyone. My child, my beloved, you may feel an urge right now to question yourself. To ask, what if I'm imagining this? Let me ease that doubt gently. Imagination does not stir the soul this way. Random words do not settle so deeply in the chest. If something inside you feels alert, awakened, or quietly expectant, that is recognition. Your spirit remembers what your mind has not yet seen. My beloved child, I want you to know that this beautiful thing coming toward you is not meant to add pressure to your life. It is meant to bring alignment. You have carried responsibilities, worries, and unspoken hopes for a long time. Archangel Michael says this moment lightens that load, even if the change seems small at first. Sometimes the greatest miracles do not change your circumstances immediately, they change how you walk through them. My child, my beloved, there is also a message here about trust. Trust does not mean certainty. It means willingness. Willingness to stay open when you don't yet have proof. Willingness to respond when something feels right even if it doesn't look impressive. Archangel Michael says your willingness is being tested gently, not harshly. Heaven is not demanding faith, it is inviting partnership. My beloved child, during the next 3 hours, you may notice signs that feel subtle but meaningful. A repeated thought. A sudden memory. A phrase that stands out. A pause that feels intentional. Do not dismiss these moments. They are not distractions, they are directions. Archangel Michael says guidance often arrives quietly because quiet guidance is easier to follow without fear. My child, my beloved, let me speak to your heart about regret. Regret is not meant to punish you, it is meant to teach awareness. Heaven is trying to spare you from that lesson this time by speaking before the moment arrives. That is love. That is care. That is protection. If you stay present now, you will not have to look back later and wonder why something felt unfinished. My child, my beloved, let me speak to the part of you that feels unworthy sometimes. That voice is not truth. It is residue from past disappointments. Archangel Michael says worthiness is not something you earn by suffering. You were worthy before the struggle, during it, and after it. What is coming does not reward pain, it honors growth. My beloved child, if at any point you feel an urge to return to these words, do so. Repetition is not insecurity, it is grounding. This message is meant to anchor you during this window so that when the moment arrives, you recognize it without doubt. Recognition is the key that unlocks experience. My child, my beloved, remember this: heaven does not tease. It does not hint without intention. If you were warned that something beautiful is coming, it is because something truly is. And if you were warned that ignoring it could lead to regret, it is because heaven values you enough to speak before the moment passes. My beloved child, stay aware. Stay gentle. Stay open. The next 3 hours are alive with movement, and something aligned with your spirit is approaching quietly. When it arrives, you will not need proof. You will feel it. And in that feeling, you will understand why you were asked to open this message now. My child, my beloved, stay with me as this message keeps unfolding, because there is a deeper layer here that your heart is already leaning toward. Archangel Michael says the reason you are still reading is not curiosity, it is resonance. Something inside you knows that these words are not rushing you, not pressuring you, but gently holding your attention in the exact way you need right now. That gentle pull is guidance, not coincidence. My beloved child, there is a moment coming when you will feel a quiet pause in your surroundings, even if the world around you keeps moving. That pause may last only a few seconds, but it will feel meaningful. Archangel Michael says that pause is where clarity slips in. People often miss it because they fill every silence with noise. You are being invited to notice the silence this time, because something important is carried inside it. My child, my beloved, let me speak to the part of you that worries about missing signs. You will not miss what is meant for you if you stay present. Signs do not demand perfection, they require attention. If your heart feels warm, calm, or suddenly certain about something, trust that feeling. Archangel Michael says certainty does not always shout, sometimes it arrives as peace. My beloved child, there is also a release happening alongside this blessing. Something you have been holding emotionally is loosening its grip. You may not even realize how heavy it was until it begins to lift. This is why the message speaks of beauty and not shock. What is coming is meant to soothe, not overwhelm. It aligns with the tenderness you have developed through patience. My child, my beloved, you have learned many lessons quietly. You did not always speak about them, but they shaped you. Archangel Michael says this moment honors those unseen lessons. What is approaching recognizes your maturity, your restraint, and your growth. It does not test you again, it affirms you. My beloved child, during the next 3 hours, you may feel moments of emotion that seem to come from nowhere. Do not suppress them. Emotion is not weakness, it is communication. Archangel Michael says your heart is translating something your mind has not yet labeled. Allow that translation to complete itself. My child, my beloved, I want you to remember that heaven's timing is never rushed, but it is always precise. This precision is why this message carries both comfort and urgency. Comfort, because you are supported. Urgency, because awareness matters. When you honor both, alignment happens naturally. My beloved child, you may wonder later why today felt different. Why something small stayed with you longer than expected. Why your thoughts shifted slightly. That difference is the imprint of alignment. Archangel Michael says once alignment begins, it continues unfolding even after the moment passes. My child, my beloved, stay open to receiving without questioning your worth. Stay gentle with yourself if emotions surface. Stay attentive to what feels right instead of what looks impressive. Something beautiful is approaching you in a way that fits who you are now, not who you were before. My beloved child, the invitation remains open as long as awareness remains present. You are doing enough simply by being here, reading, feeling, noticing. That is participation. That is alignment. That is how blessings recognize where to land. My child, my beloved, remain here with me as this message keeps breathing, because the closer the moment comes, the softer the guidance becomes. Archangel Michael says heaven does not shout at the edge of fulfillment, it whispers. That whisper is what you are feeling now, a gentle insistence that asks you to slow your inner noise and stay present. You are not late. You are not early. You are exactly where awareness meets timing. My beloved child, there is something sacred about not knowing exactly how something beautiful will arrive. Mystery protects blessings from fear. If you knew every detail in advance, your mind would interfere, analyze, doubt, and delay. This is why clarity comes in pieces. Archangel Michael says each piece is delivered only when you are ready to receive it without resistance. Trust that what you need to know will reveal itself at the perfect moment. My child, my beloved, during these next 3 hours, do not underestimate the power of a simple response. A kind word. A calm pause. A truthful answer. Something small may feel unusually important. That importance is not random. It is the doorway. Heaven often hides big shifts inside ordinary moments so that only those who are attentive step through them. My beloved child, let me speak gently to the part of you that fears disappointment. That fear has protected you before, but it does not need to lead now. Archangel Michael says protection sometimes looks like caution, but growth looks like openness. You are not being asked to abandon wisdom, only to loosen the grip of fear long enough to receive what is approaching. My beloved child, if you feel a soft emotional release while reading this, let it happen. Tears that come without pain are cleansing, not weakness. They are the body's way of releasing what no longer needs to be carried. Archangel Michael says some blessings arrive by first making space. My child, my beloved, remember that beauty does not always arrive as excitement. Sometimes it arrives as peace where anxiety used to live. Sometimes it arrives as clarity where confusion once stood. Sometimes it arrives as the quiet knowing that you are finally moving in the right direction. Do not underestimate these forms. They change lives just as deeply. My beloved child, you are not imagining the weight of this moment. When heaven speaks with timing attached, it is because the moment itself is alive. It responds. It listens. It moves when acknowledged. Ignoring it does not cause punishment, it simply allows the moment to pass without connection. Awareness is the bridge, and you are already standing on it. My child, my beloved, let me reassure you one more time. You are not late. You have not missed anything yet. By staying here, by reading, by feeling, you have already shifted the outcome. Archangel Michael says awareness alters timelines in quiet ways that the mind cannot measure. My beloved child, as the hours continue, carry this softness with you. Carry attentiveness, not tension. Carry openness, not expectation. Something beautiful is moving toward you in a way that fits your life, your heart, and your growth. And when it arrives, you will recognize it, not because it announces itself loudly, but because it feels right. My child, my beloved, remain here with me, because the meaning of this moment continues to reveal itself layer by layer, just as it was meant to. Archangel Michael says that some blessings are not meant to arrive all at once, because receiving them slowly allows the heart to adjust without fear. You are not being rushed toward something unfamiliar, you are being gently guided toward something that already belongs to you. That is why this feels steady instead of chaotic. My beloved child, there is a quiet strength growing inside you right now, even if you cannot name it. This strength is not about confidence in outcomes, it is about trust in timing. Archangel Michael says trust does not mean knowing what will happen. It means knowing that whatever happens is aligned. That trust is what allows beautiful things to enter without resistance. My child, my beloved, you may notice that your thoughts are becoming simpler as you stay present. Less noise. Less urgency. Less pressure to control everything. That simplicity is not emptiness, it is clarity returning. Heaven often clears the mind before placing something new in your life, so that you can receive it without confusion. My beloved child, let me speak gently to the part of you that feels protective of your heart. You have learned to guard yourself because disappointment once hurt deeply. Archangel Michael honors that instinct, but he says this moment does not ask you to lower your guard completely. It only asks you to open one window. Just enough light. Just enough air. That is all that is needed. My child, my beloved, the beauty approaching you may change how you see someone, or how you see yourself. It may reveal truth, or confirm a feeling you have been carrying quietly. Do not fear this revelation. Truth delivered with care heals rather than wounds. Archangel Michael says whatever becomes clear in these hours is meant to free you, not burden you. My beloved child, there is also reassurance in this moment. Reassurance that you are not forgotten. Reassurance that your patience was not wasted. Reassurance that your quiet prayers were heard even when no answer came immediately. Heaven does not respond on human schedules, but it never ignores sincerity. My child, my beloved, if you find yourself returning to these words again, let that happen. Repetition is grounding. It keeps your awareness anchored while timing unfolds. Archangel Michael says staying anchored prevents doubt from pulling you out of alignment at the last moment. My beloved child, there may be a moment when something unexpected feels right instead of disruptive. That feeling is important. It means your spirit recognizes alignment even when your mind has not yet caught up. Trust that recognition. It is more reliable than logic in moments like this. My child, my beloved, you do not need to announce anything to anyone. This moment is intimate. It is between you and what is unfolding. Archangel Michael says some blessings grow best in silence, protected from opinions, comparisons, and noise. Let this one unfold quietly. My beloved child, notice how your body feels as you continue reading. More relaxed. More grounded. More present. That presence is not accidental. It is the state in which you receive most clearly. Stay here as long as you need. There is no rush. My child, my beloved, the next 3 hours are not something you must watch nervously. They are something you move through with awareness. Walk gently through them. Listen more than you speak. Feel more than you analyze. Archangel Michael says this is how you meet what is coming without missing it. My beloved child, something beautiful is already closer than it was when you first opened this message. Awareness has shifted the path. Stay open. Stay calm. Stay receptive. When the moment arrives, you will not need confirmation from outside. You will know. My child, my beloved, stay here with me, because the unfolding of this moment is still active, still breathing, still responding to your awareness. Archangel Michael says that when you give attention to something sacred, it begins to draw closer on its own. You are not chasing anything. You are allowing it to approach you in the way it was always meant to. This is why nothing feels forced right now. This is why your heart feels alert but not afraid. My beloved child, there is a gentle lesson hidden inside this waiting. It is teaching you how to receive without anxiety. For a long time, you were taught to struggle, to prove, to push. This moment is different. Archangel Michael says what is coming responds to calm trust, not effort. When you relax your grip, when you stop bracing for disappointment, the path clears quietly. My beloved child, something beautiful is already closer than it was when you first opened this message. Awareness has shifted the path. Stay open. Stay calm. Stay receptive. When the moment arrives, you will not need confirmation from outside. You will know. My child, my beloved, stay here with me, because the unfolding of this moment is still active, still breathing, still responding to your awareness. Archangel Michael says that when you give attention to something sacred, it begins to draw closer on its own. You are not chasing anything. You are allowing it to approach you in the way it was always meant to. This is why nothing feels forced right now. This is why your heart feels alert but not afraid. My beloved child, there is a gentle lesson hidden inside this waiting. It is teaching you how to receive without anxiety. For a long time, you were taught to struggle, to prove, to push. This moment is different. Archangel Michael says what is coming responds to calm trust, not effort. When you relax your grip, when you stop bracing for disappointment, the path clears quietly. My child, my beloved, you may notice your thoughts drifting toward what matters most to you. Not surface worries, but deeper truths. What you truly want. What you truly need. What you are ready to leave behind. These thoughts are not distractions. They are alignment cues. Archangel Michael says when the heart begins to speak clearly, it is because something is listening closely. My beloved child, there is also a soft correction happening now. Not a punishment, not a rebuke, but a gentle redirection. Something you were leaning toward that did not serve your future is loosening its hold. Something more aligned is stepping forward. This shift may feel subtle, but it is powerful. Direction changes everything, even when the pace stays the same. My child, my beloved, you have been strong for a long time. You have carried hope quietly, sometimes without reassurance. Archangel Michael says this moment is not asking you to be strong again. It is offering you rest in knowing that something good is moving toward you without resistance. Rest is not weakness. Rest is readiness. My beloved child, if your heart feels tender right now, honor that tenderness. It means your spirit is open. Closed hearts do not feel this way. Open hearts do. And open hearts receive more deeply. Archangel Michael says tenderness is not vulnerability to harm in this moment, it is openness to grace. My child, my beloved, there may be a moment when you feel an unexpected sense of gratitude rise, even before anything visibly happens. That gratitude is prophetic. It appears when the soul recognizes that something has already shifted behind the scenes. Gratitude before evidence is one of the clearest signs of alignment. My beloved child, let go of the urge to explain this moment to yourself or to anyone else. Explanation comes later. Experience comes first. Archangel Michael says when you try to understand too early, you shrink the moment. When you allow yourself to experience it fully, understanding arrives naturally. My child, my beloved, stay mindful of how you treat yourself in these hours. Speak gently to yourself. Move without rushing. Choose calm over noise. These choices are not random, they are invitations. They signal to heaven that you are ready to receive without fear. My beloved child, you are not standing at the edge of loss. You are standing at the edge of reception. Something beautiful is already aligning itself with your awareness. And because you stayed, because you listened, because you did not ignore this moment, you will recognize it when it arrives. My child, my beloved, remain open. Remain present. Remain gentle. The next 3 hours are not passing you by, they are unfolding with you. And when the moment completes itself, you will understand why your heart was guided to stay here.